It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in and welcome in. It's The Local Show, the 2023 summer edition. I'm your host, Tom Sicoscio Jr., along with my good friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. The Local Show features conversations about local businesses. We talk about the businesses and talk to the business owners. We sometimes get the CEOs in here and the CFOs, entrepreneurs, nonprofits, business advocates, other business-friendly organizations all stop by. We learn how they got into business and why they do business right here in Syracuse, New York, and where their businesses might be going in the future. You're going to hear all about their successes, challenges, opportunities, marketing, and advertising. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, sponsored by Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Welcome in, Steve Roberts. How are you there, buddy?
I'm doing dandy, Tom.
You look a little more tan. Were you?
Well,
you went away a little bit.
Went away on the weekend. Nate is back from the service for a little bit.
Sure.
So we had him, and he's moving around because that's what they do in the military. They move people around.
They tell you where to go.
So he finally had a little time, and we were able to enjoy some family time, and it was all good.
Nice.
Caught a few fish, of course.
Very good.
I fished off the beach. We were down in New Jersey shore.
Oh, okay.
And you know, I have a fishing pole that travels, of course.
Sure.
So you look around. What are they doing? What are they using? So I was catching fluke, Tom.
Fluke, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, and a fluke is a flounder.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'm like, hey, it's a flounder. Like, that's a fluke. I'm like, so I looked up the difference between a fluke and a flounder. One's the summer, it's the season. It's like like a steelhead and a rainbow trout. Or the same fish.
Right. Yeah,
it's one of those things, I think.
You didn't have anything like smoked or cooked or anything like that,
I didn't keep. I wasn't keeping. We're staying at a hotel. Like, hey, can somebody do something with this fish? So.
Any good food? Anything native to the coast?
Native was the my debit card. Holy smokes!
Just kept buying some, expensive.
New Jersey is close to New York, and the government's in charge, so everything is really highly done and taxed. And does it bug you when they put the tip on the bill?
Yeah, that bothers
me. To me, that's like, hey, we're putting the gratuity. It's my family. What do you think?
Whether you're good or not, you're tipping
and
us.
it's not 15%.
No, it's 20. It starts
They're
at 20.
like, big group. There was like large group. I'm like, it's my kids.
Oh, it's crazy.
It makes me think that I don't know. It's annoying.
I'd like to have a built-in gratuity for everything I do. So we got a great show all set up for you today. Hope you'll stick around for the full 2 hours. We're going to start off with Helen Thomas. She's the executive director of New York State Maple Association. And then Joe Scrippa stops by, owner of the Scrippa Group. Guy Hart Jr. is the managing partner and lead developer of Hart Lyman Companies. I've been looking to talk with him for a while. And we'll get him on and talk with John Kupperman as well. He's the owner of Smith Restaurant Supply. Sev Ganella stops by. He's the owner of Clean All Syracuse. And then Matt Major, founder of Your Local IT Department. We'll have a good conversation with him. Brian Dumond is the president of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. And then we'll round things out with Natasha Schmidt, co-owner of Rubberstone, New York. Right now, we say a hearty, healthy, great morning to Helen Thomas, Executive Director of New York State Maple Association. How are you?
Good morning, and I'm excited because today starts the fair.
The fair started Wednesday. It's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
And we are rolling, so people can roll into the fair and go straight to the horticulture building.
That's right. Are you in the same spot that you always are?
We are in the same spot in the horticulture building that the Maple booth has been for years and years.
They kind of built that for you, that whole wing, right?
We have that wing, yes.
That's wonderful.
Ice cream's in the same place, Maple ice cream.
And you always get a good crowd.
We always are popular. We like that.
How long have you been in farming in general, you yourself personally?
Oh, you want to know how old I am today, huh?
You look so young and so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Nice save, Tom.
I want to know how she does it.
Sure, Tom. Go ahead.
I'm intrigued because I'm like a rotting apple, and you just look great.
Well, maybe it's because I am in agriculture.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
So how long? It's been a long time, or?
Well,
Since you were a little girl?
Since I was born, and that was 70 years ago.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Well, you know what they say. 70 is the new 40, so.
That's good. Good save.
They are saying that.
Who says that?
Everybody's telling me that.
I'm 60 and it feels 60.
So, yeah, and where is your farm, your personal farm?
My personal farm is in western New York in Wyoming County.
Okay, gotcha. And do you have other things aside from maple trees, probably?
We have 350 acres,
Woo.
so about 3,000 maple trees. No, actually the count was 3,700 maple trees that we tap. And then there's about 150 acres of cropland.
That's incredible. So. How many farms participate in making maple for New York State?
The estimate is that there's about 2,000 maple producers.
Goodness
gracious. Does that count the family, the ones that do it for themselves, that just do it for fun?
Anybody that is big enough to be doing it not in a kettle on your stove.
Okay.
Where they have an evaporator and stuff.
There's families that do that. I know
there's
they do
families
that.
that do
I know
that.
a family that does that.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the people that are serious enough about it that they've got some form of equipment to do it formally.
Okay. So when people go to the fair, they have to. It's actually, I think it's a law now because they make laws for these things. They have to go to the maple exhibit in the horticulture building.
We'd like them to, yes.
Well, let's just make it a law, Tom. Yes. If you don't go there, you missed it. And what can they taste at your booth in the horticulture building?
All right. So we, of course, have maple syrup, pure maple syrup. Comes from the tree. There's nothing added.
Right.
Let's see.
Never anything added. You don't need to put preservatives in or anything.
No, just the tree does it all, and we just take it out of the tree and bottle it. Maple popcorn, maple ice cream, maple slushies. We call them maple bites, which are little maple sugars. Right. Let's see what
maple bacon.
That's
you got any bacon?
Pure sugar. Let's go back to the maple bites. So if you want a jolt, of sugar, those are good. Like you could put that in your coffee. Take a cube, chuck it in there, right?
That's right.
I put maple syrup in the coffee here at Zoe.
Yes.
I actually use those every morning in my oatmeal.
Ooh,
very nice. That's her secret. She's eating oatmeal. Got the right amount of fiber and everything. Look at that.
Yeah. So talk about the ice cream for a second, because if people haven't had it, they haven't had it. It's delicious.
It is very popular. We have people who come to the booth every year, every day, just because they want their maple ice cream. It's a soft serve ice cream that has pure maple syrup in it, and you can only get it at the fair.
That's incredible. Yeah, and you have lots of what do I say? Recipes too on the big website. Right?
Our nysmaple.com website has a number of recipes for folks. We'll have them printed at the fair.
Oh, good. You will have them there,
And there's a part of the booth that has a little bit of educational materials and recipes.
There's so many things you can make with maple, and people might want to try that. I know that I love the maple bacon, so I'm inclined to take a pound of bacon and make it maple bacon.
And Hoffman still makes maple bacon, maple sausage.
That's true.
Maple sausage,
from New York State pure maple. So tell us briefly why New York State maple is better than Vermont's maple.
because it's made by local farmers, most of whom are small family farms.
Yeah, no,
a lot of love goes into it.
Right.
Years ago, I was like, well, Vermont is where the maple syrup. No, it's just we got branded that years ago, but really, New York State maple is a ginormous producer of maple. And
well, Vermont fits into one New York county.
Right,
exactly. They fit into St. Lawrence County. So,
wow, did you feel the snarkiness there? A little bit of edge. I don't know. Vermont.
You can get all the information you want on maple at the New York State Fair. Go visit Helen and the whole crew there. Ask a lot of questions. You might want to tap a tree in your own yard, and you get some recipes and you get some flavor that's right there at the State Fair. New York State Maple. Let's see the website, Steve. I want to make sure I get the right one there.
It's New York Maple.
Yeah,
nymaple.com.
NYS Maple.
Yeah, NYS.
That's what I said. You didn't hear the S?
I thought I might be missing an S there.
NYS Maple.
.com.
Go see them at the fair.
All right. Thank you so much, Helen. You have a great rest of the day.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Coming up next, we're going to talk with Joe Scrippa. He's the owner of the Scrippa Group right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.